The script is on. LeBron ties Michael Jordan over at the birthplace of MJ over at Brooklyn, New York. To tie Michael Jordan. NBA, WWE, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Kevin Durant lose and go King LeBron James. Russell Westbrook is on LeBron's side. LeBron defeats James Harden, Kevin Durant. Classic images of Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant joins a super team. LeBron is pissed off that Durant joins a super team, fucks up his record, fucks up the NBA. Go King LeBron James has revenge against Kevin Durant. Look, go King LeBron up against Kyrie Irving, teammates together, sidekick, all that. Go King LeBron proves to Kyrie that you ain't nothing without the king. And LeBron against Kevin Durant, first time around with the Miami Heat. Go King LeBron defeats Kevin Durant. The NBA is scripted WWE. Russell Westbrook and company, Kevin Durant, James Harden, their first playoff series was against the Lakers. Now, Kevin Durant is going to completely lose. Because when you're talking about Kevin Durant, what's going to happen? He's 0-1 against the Lakers. He's 1-1 against the Lakers. Kevin Durant, by losing to the Lakers twice, is going to be 1-3 against the Lakers in the playoffs, playoff record-wise. LA is gematria 13. It's Nets that is gematria 13. Kevin Durant's going to be 1-3 against the Lakers in the postseason. Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets are going to win the championship in 1 out of 3 seasons in the year 2024 in losing back-to-back to the Lakers. As a member of the Nets, Kevin Durant is 1-3 in the postseason against the Lakers. By the numbers, Kevin Durant's going to lose. When we break down Kevin Durant's postseason record, 25-9, 25 postseason wins before taking on the Lakers. It's Russell, it's Kevin, it's LA Lakers as gematria 25, but he's not going to win playoff series number 26 because GOAT King LeBron is going to lead a comeback to win his 26th NBA Finals game in the 2022 NBA Finals on June the 19th on Father's Day, on the real birthday of King James, to tie Kobe Bryant. This is what's going to happen. The Lakers are going to win in 7 games. Kyrie is going to fail. Because once we go back to the gematria, it's Irving that is gematria 43. But guess what? Kyrie Irving's not going to win 4-3. More like Kyrie Irving is going to lose. We see the script in plain sight. Forgot King LeBron James, the greatest player in the history of the league. His 19th playoff series won the repeat against the Spurs. He's going to repeat for the Heat's 19th championship. Space Jam released on 19 day. Numerology LeBron 19 NBA Finals wins wearing the number 6. It all begins this repeat run for his 40th NBA playoff series win. The NBA's GOAT, the LA Lakers, Brooklyn, of gematria 40. Revenge in the 76 NBA Finals for GOAT King LeBron against Kevin Durant for joining the Super Team Warriors, and for Russell Westbrook against Kevin Durant for Kevin Durant leaving him and not telling him to join this super team. GOAT King LeBron is going to be 12-1 in the playoffs with the Lakers. He's going to beat the Warriors in the conference finals at Chase Center before facing off in the rematch against the Nets in the 2023 NBA Finals. Warriors, Revelation, Kevin Durant, Antichrist, Washington. The Lakers made that big trade with Washington. Laker repeat for LeBron to tie Jordan of the Bulls. You see all this playing out because the 77th NBA Finals ties in the book of Revelation itself. LeBron lost to Devin Booker, and then Kevin Durant, and then GOAT King LeBron James comes back more powerful than ever, playing the power forward position. LeBron is a symbolic Christ that is resurrected from the dead from losing in the first round. People thinking his career is over because there are 46 books in the Old Testament, and LeBron is 4-6 in the finals. Christ, power forward, power, book of Revelation, greatest of his era. That's what the 77th NBA Finals is all about. LeBron is got a 12-1 playoff series record to tie Michael Jordan by beating the Warriors, by beating the Nets, once again, LeBron's 50th playoff series win is going to tie Jordan. Jordan won his 50th. Jordan won his sixth ring against the Utah Jazz. This is all going to happen for the 14th repeat in the history of the NBA in 2023 to mark the end of LeBron James. Utah Gematria 50. LeBron can have 46 wins against the San Francisco Warriors before he ties Jordan. The 50th win would happen against James Harden, the fake King James. A repeat wins you 32 games. It's Kyrie, it's rematch, it's greatest, it's Arden, it's Steve Nash, it's Christ, it's Power that all have Gematria 32. It's Johnson that is Gematria 32. Magic Johnson won a repeat. But we can really break this down to the core once we get to all of these individual postseason records. LeBron's got 39 postseason wins right now in his career. New York and losing to Arizona. I think his 51st playoff series can happen against the Mavericks. The Mavericks has got Gematria of, in Pythagorean Gematria, it's the Dallas Mavericks. It's got Gematria 51. So 40 and 11 after beating Luka in the Mavs. It's more like it. Now 41 being the 13th prime, this is where I'm getting the Suns. Continuing on. LeBron's 47th playoff series win of his career is notable to tie Jordan. He's from Ohio. Ohio's Gematria 47. He would win his 47th playoff series to tie Jordan as a Laker. Lakers Gematria 47. Bull is Gematria 47. 47 degrees in the Freemasonic compass. And 47 is the Utah Jazz. Because LeBron's going to tie Michael Jordan over at his birth city of Brooklyn. Like MJ did when he defeated the Jazz. You see the Utah Jazz having Gematria 47 linking up with the 50th playoff win for LeBron. The Gematria of Utah having Gematria 50 and the Utah Jazz as Gematria 47 is a direct correlation with this playoff series record and the 50th win overall. It'd be LeBron's 58th postseason win of his 58th playoff series of his career. Nets, Los Angeles Lakers, Gematria 58. Also the Miami Heat has Gematria 58. This is Go King LeBron in the nutshell. Now Anthony Davis, what is significant about Anthony Davis? I can break it completely down. His 34th playoff series win, his 34th playoff win with the Lakers. Also LeBron's 34th playoff win with the Lakers would win the next championship, which was last won against the Heat. Heat has Gematria 34, and it is Anthony that has Gematria of 34. 3 years and 4 months after the Anthony Davis trade, is the Lakers that is going to win the 34th game because AD got traded to the Lakers 2019 on June the 15th. So that is what is represented by the 34th playoff win. Anthony Davis going to win his second ring, and Go King LeBron and company are going to win their first championship since defeating the Heat in that NBA Finals. Just like we talked about Kevin Durant being 1-3 playoff series record against the Lakers, Anthony Davis is going to win the repeat for the Lakers. That'd be Anthony Davis's 13th postseason win of his career to win the repeat. Because once again, it's LA and Nets have Gematria 13. It'd be Anthony Davis's 13th career postseason win to win a repeat. It would also be his 55th career playoff win of his career if he plays in every single win. Because in Gematria, it is Davis that's got Gematria of 19. In 55, for the Lakers' 19th championship to win his 55th postseason game. Anthony Davis has a career 5-3 postseason record playoff series wise after losing to the Suns. King LeBron, Anthony Davis, Brooklyn Nets. The Lakers are going to be back. The Lakers are going to come back. The Kings going to be down 2-3. He's going to come back and win the series after being down 3-2, 2-3. He's going to come back and win 4-3 against the Brooklyn Nets. 6 years, exactly 6 years after June the 19th of 2016, both of them are going to be game 7s for LeBron to be 3-0 in game 7s, beating the Spurs, beating the Warriors, and now beating the Nets, a perfect 3-for-3 in game 7s of the NBA Finals. Because NBA Finals in Cleveland all have gematria of 33, and also the Freemasons are getting on the rigging too. So that is the whole representative snapshot of Anthony Davis' postseason record. He's going to win his 55th postseason game of his career. He's going to win his 13th playoff series to win the repeat. The repeat would be the Lakers' 19th championship. Russell Westbrook was 5-3 at one point, a lot like Anthony Davis. Russell Westbrook in his career has 11 playoff series wins. New York is the 11th state. By winning a repeat, we see Anthony Davis in 13. Russell Westbrook wins his 15th postseason series to, guess what, win his first championship, to remember Kobe very well. And his 19th playoff series win would win the repeat for the Lakers 19th championship, for his 19th playoff series win. It'd be his 29th series overall. Repeat has got gematria of 65 and 29. If he does play in every single win, 71 would win the championship in Game 7. This has to do with Go King LeBron being the greatest of all time. Now, 87, what's significant about 87? It's simple. 87 is gematria of Anthony Marshawn Davis. 87 is the gematria of King James CORONAtion. 2 1-3 rings for the Heat, Cavs, and Lakers. Let's say if he misses a game. A win, as a matter of fact. The greatest of all time, Washington Wizards as gematria of 86. When we go to that talking point, it's worth noting something with Kyrie Irving. Maybe not Kyrie, but we're going to get down to it in a second. Let's go to James Harden. So James Harden against the Lakers. Won his 19th game in his playoff career against the Lakers, but he's going to lose to the Lakers twice, 2 years in a row, for the Lakers to repeat for their 19th championship. Also was at 13 postseason losses at that time. He's 1-1 against the Lakers, and obviously he played against the Lakers with the Houston Rockets, so he's 1-2. James Harden is going to be 1-3 against the Lakers in the playoffs, series-wise. James Harden is going to be 1-4 against the Lakers, as the Lakers become the 14th team in NBA history to win the repeat. Once again, the end of LeBron tying the Jazz. It's all happening with Russell Westbrook in the 77th NBA Finals. James Harden will be 1-4 playoff series-wise against the Lakers. For James Harden, he would remain at 19 postseason wins by losing to the Lakers. His 13th career postseason loss happens to the Lakers. Again, you see the gematria right there. His 14th career postseason loss is going to happen for the 14th repeat in NBA history. If there's a Game 7 in the NBA Finals next year, James Harden would remain at 86 wins because he is the fake King James. That is who James Harden is. He is a complete faker. The greatest of all time in Washington Wizards. He's a fake. That's what James Harden is. He's a fake. That's why he can't win his 87th postseason win for the championship, because he is a fake and a fraud. This guy ain't no real King James. He's a joke. And then it's the end of James Harden when he wins the championship the following year. You know, when he's at What you guessing? Exactly. 23 and 14 to really mark the end of James Harden. The end of the other James the next year is what this is really talking about. Let's see if he does play it every game. It's gonna be 21 wins. He's gonna lose to the Lakers. Lakers just got to match up 21 in the calculator. Once we go up or down, you see that? Okay. 12th playoff series for James to tie Michael Jordan of the Bulls. LeBron is 6-6. Bulls, Lakers title. LeBron after losing to Booker to take the crown. Corona's crown in Spanish as King James. 6-6 in the NBA Finals. All this happening with the Lakers. And now 5-6. The trade with Washington D.C. The Wizards, Society of Jesus, Inverted Star. The pandemic is still waging on. Mr. Kobe Bean Bryant, Phoenix Suns, the Big Apple, Bucks, Space Jam: A New Legacy has to match 164 and 65. The Lakers repeat. 6 rings for LeBron, 5 for Magic, 5 for Kobe. Is LeBron the greatest Laker ever? A plausible question. I mean, these playoff records are absolutely spot on. This is why Davis wears number 3, because he's going to remain at 3 losses, and he's playing the center position. I mean, Anthony Davis, all-time GOAT. Jack could be proud of you. By beating the Nets, it'd be Anthony Davis's 39th career postseason win to win the championship after losing to Arizona and then winning the championship against New York. You kind of saw the 39 in LeBron's spreadsheet. Kobe and repeat. It is dead on. And for Kevin Durant, he's going to be at 28 postseason wins. Series wins. The 29th series win is not going to deny the repeat. He's going to remain at 28. Because the Nets system match of 28. LeBron is a 28 life path. December 30th of 1984. LeBron's 28 life path. LeBron wins instead. Kevin Durant's at 28 postseason wins when he wins the championship. Simple enough. Because once again, Kevin Durant will not win until 2024. He's going to lose back-to-back to LeBron. This is a shame and mature for, how he went about joining the Warriors. For Kevin Durant, he could be at 124 wins before the CORONAtion if that series ends in 6 in 2022. In a 6th year, nonetheless. 28. Because that is the gematria of crown. Because that is the life path of LeBron and Kevin Durant. Okay, 11, 15. Kevin Durant's going to with 19 wins with the Brooklyn Nets before the NBA Finals. He's going to remain at 21 after losing to the Lakers because Lakers is too much of 21. Okay, and then we continue the win computation. He's going to enter with 33 before losing to the Lakers. He's going to be at 35 postseason wins for the Nets. King James is too much at 35. James Harden 0-2, 0-3, then 1-3 in the NBA Finals when it's all said and done, including his Oklahoma City Thunder NBA Finals. He's going to be 1-3 when he wins the championship. 1-3 in the NBA Finals Oh, bad luck, bad luck. Maybe better luck against LA Clippers at that time when Go King LeBron is done. Actually 36. He will fail to win his 23rd playoff game against the King. And that's 26, and then that's 30, and then that's 34, and then 36 is the Jamachi of the LA Lakers. Relaying their NBA Finals records, Kevin Durant winning twice with the Warriors. He's 2-1 NBA Finals before face-off against the Lakers because Lakers is Jamachi of 21. Then he's 2-2. Then he's 2-3. After losing to the King in 2023 by the numbers because King is Jamachi of 23. Let's see. Kyrie Irving losing a lot of NBA Finals. I think he's 1-2 or whatever it is with the Cavs. 1-2, 1-3, and 1-4 in the NBA Finals, rated by the numbers for the Lakers' 14th repeat. And then he's gonna be 2-4 in that year. But thing with Kyrie Irving, you need to note this: if there's a Game 7, 65 wins because that's the much of LA repeat in Space Jam: A New Legacy. Could remain at 21 wins if he fails to win Game 7. That's too much of Lakers. So the 35 is going to be about Kyrie Irving, not necessarily about Kevin Durant. 35 as it relates to what LeBron did in Cleveland. That's who Kyrie Irving was playing for. And look, 77 Revelation. You would be at 77 postseason wins before the 77th NBA Finals. The Revelation, where LeBron is the greatest of his era, remains at 79 wins. Because once again, it's Irving that is Jamachi 79. It is Champion that is Jamachi 79. It is Brooklyn, New York that's got Jamachi of 79. And this is why Kyrie Irving and company are going to lose. Because LeBron James is going to become the greatest of all time when he ties Michael Jordan. That's LeBron Raymond James. So I'm thinking that Kyrie Irving is going to remain at 79 playoff wins exactly at that time for an 18-5 postseason record, with the Dragon Kevin Durant number 5 in the Chinese Zodiac order. Book of Revelation. It'd be perfect by the numbers if Kyrie's 18-5. If you wonder why I don't include this in the record, it's because if Kyrie played, they would have beaten the Bucks. But then this is a loss against the Warriors because the Warriors had a better record. But then again, he lost the one game that he was playing against the Warriors. And for Kevin Durant, when I computed those records, it is the same story. So when he got hurt in the NBA Finals against the Raptors, I mean, he won. So, this record cannot be included when it's all said and done. Six and seven. Maybe I should include this in the record. This would probably have to stick at 6 because Kevin Durant would have won, obviously. So this means that stat correction, if this is a 6 instead, if I don't count that playoff series record, then this means that his 7th loss occurred against the Bucks in Game 7, and his 8th and ninth would occur against King James. So that may be the only stat correction I have to make. I don't think I should be counting this as a loss for the Raptors. I'm pretty certain that's the only stat correction I need to make. So let's see, because it's completely synced up when you break down 47 and 13 and 19, and when you break down 28 and Kevin Durant, LeBron James life paths, and the fact that that's Jumanchib crown, it makes perfect sense that this is the crowning of the king when Kevin Durant is at 28 postseason wins. So the wins is correct for Kevin Durant. 23 and 14 is perfect by the numbers. 19 playoff series wins. And for Irving, how many wins would he have at that time? Well, Book of Revelation decode. Then that'd be 22 if he does win it with the Brooklyn Nets. So there's that. It should be a good one to see this all play out.